Hello, I'm Luke, and this is Nature Reels. Our story brings us to the Mound Builders. This colony has been working diligently to create its massive fortresses. And even though they work so hard, there are things that can stop them in their tracks and set them back. But what happens when their lives are challenged by the onslaught of the rains? It's a new day, but the sky has begun to darken and the winds are starting to increase. Little drops of rain start to fall here and there, but then it happens. The clouds have moved in, they start to thicken up, and all of a sudden, they start to rise. Rain-filled, it's only a matter of time before they let loose. Though the ants work fast, they will soon be overtaken in their endeavor. Working as hard as they do, they're about to be overtaken anyways. Yet, despite all this, they continue to work on their job. Here it comes, the onslaught of the rains, and there's no stopping it. In little time at all, their home is starting to flood. Look, see, and what a muddy mess. And soon it seems all hope is lost. Things look bad, and there's no structure left to their home. It's flattened. But as it lies in ruins, it sets the stage for a new beginning. Because as bad as things look for now, the sun will return and everything will dry up. Finally, it begins to stop raining. And as it does, there's a bright new hope for the future. But it's not quite done. There's still a little pitter-pat here and there. Despite all this, one of the ants begins to survey the damage. Large pools of water have been left in the storm's wake. And immediately it is apparent that there is a lot more work that has to be done. And so this little ant begins to get busy until what's left of the nest dries out. It will be hard to find a way back in to its friends. Little by little, things will dry up, and a plan to get back inside is in the works. The sun returns, the skies start to clear some, and the winds start to increase. And little by little, things start to dry out once again. But, oh my, it's going to take some time until the ground has dried out. A lot more than this. And finally, the ants have found a way back into their precious home. There is no time to waste, only time to rebuild what has been damaged. And look closely, even other species of ants are out hard at work, this one passing through. These mound builders will stop at nothing until they complete the job, which is always an ongoing process. With the return of the energizing sun, they will work to get the job done fast. This time-lapse reveals the process. In and out, they come in waves, clearing out the tunnel piece by piece by little piece. And by now, the earth is starting to dry up even more. As we zoom away, look how dry the ground has become. A view from the side reveals how apparent that is, and the soil has a little bit of raise. And as more time passes, and more time, they've carried out little chunks of dirt, little chunks of soil, and as they start to dry out, they form these little round circles. As more time passes, it's very apparent how much work is getting done. These are but the small beginnings of something much, much larger. Yet again, they're not stopping. They keep on working. Shown here, a top view of the nest and their progress. This may be small beginnings, But by nightfall, they are still working. And look at all this progress. It's now 8:40 p.m. and their work made evident and their home a new fortress. And so their work continues through the night. By morning, it's apparent just how much they've accomplished. Just look at their new massive home. They've worked so hard, removing the dirt bit by bit. It's a never-ending process, always with something more to add, to make better. Look at them go. Another angle of the nest revealing the progress. Remember, just one day ago, this was flattened by the rains. But now they are on their way, making their home bigger and bigger every day. So the question is, why do they do this? Why do they continue? They make the nest bigger despite the threats of rain. But why do they do this? The answer lies in the benefit of the colony as a whole versus each individual. Many hands make light work, and you can see the vastness of the colony as there is even yet another fortress going up. Are these ants from the same group? Is this yet another backup plan of their existence? Very, very likely this is the same group of individuals as they expand the colony to new heights and vast distances. Now let's fly from this mound amongst the grass back over to our original mound here on the pavement. It's definitely taking shape fast. A side view reveals just how high it has gotten. If this was compared to a human, this is several stories high. It's extremely amazing. This whole fortress was flattened just one day ago, and now it rises to new heights further than ever before this year. They won't stop. They'll keep on going and going and going. You see, they're constantly getting more workers, and they need that dome, and they need to protect themselves from the oncoming future rains as well. And so with that, they keep on digging and tunneling and moving more and more soil from the nest, excavating for them, their entire colony, a new way of life each day. More places to go and more to do as they build their ant empire. You could literally say this is taking them to new heights. This time lapse reveals the process. So this is Nature Reels, and thanks for watching.